Join us as we award some of our teachers and admins. Mr. Ezekiel, most father figure. Mrs. Asamager, most mother figure. Mrs. Love, best at warning students. Mrs. Priscilla, best in account keeping. Best in assisting other colleagues. Miss Rhoda, best in punctuality. Mrs. Okafor, best at minding my business. Mrs. Mabrato, most playful teacher. Mr. Ogo, student's best friend. Miss Promise, best at staying focused at work. Mrs. Agui, best in color combination. Mr. Razak, most humbled teacher. Mrs. Nora, best in bonding with everyone. Mr. Precious, best in solving problems. Mrs. Blessing, best at blushing anytime. Mrs. Joy, best in singing nursery rhymes. Mrs. Uoma, best in classroom management. Mrs. Ogoro, best at keeping secrets. Mrs. Florence, best in art and craft work. Mrs. Sarah, best in cultural activities. Miss Lizzie, best at disciplining students.